So you've probably noticed that you have 2 new assignments posted this week. And that's not because there's twice as much work this week, it's just that this assignment has to be done in 2 different parts. So the first part, the one that's due first, you only actually have a week to work on this one, is the peer review part. So for this part, you are going to be preparing your design to send it off to one of your fellow classmates. That way you can get some feedback. Now, this is a really important part of design where engineers will share their designs with other engineers. And that way they can get some feedback and they can find out what things they need to fix and what things are working really well. When you're working on something, it's really easy to, really like your own design because you know how much work you put into it. So you might not notice what things you can still fix. And being able to give that feedback is also really important. So let's take a look at the peer review part first here. So there's 2 halves to this assignment. So everything with a green background is something that the model creator is going to fill out. So if you're in Google Classroom and you clicked on this assignment, you are the model creator. You're filling out the green parts right now. So as you scroll down, you'll see it says My Project, and you're going to fill in the name of the project, not your name, the name of the project. You're going to fill in its purpose and description. So what is this thing that you made? And remember, you're writing this for somebody else to know what you made. Then the tools and shapes that you used. So what did you use in Tinkercad to make this? Did you use the cube tool? Did you use the align tool? And so on. And last, some screenshots of your design. That way they can see what you worked on. From here, this is all you need to fill out as the model maker or as the model creator, because the next part, this is the review. And we'll get to that in just a second. So you clicked on this assignment, you filled this in, and it's going to look something a little bit like this. This is my example. If I was going to be presenting the desk organizer as my design, this is what mine would look like. So desk organizer. This organizer sits on a desk. It has a square cutout to hold sticky notes and circular holes to hold pens and pencils. It's customized with my name on the side. And then the tools that I use to make this, and you guys should all remember, are the box, the cylinder, the group tool, the align tool, and the text tool. So this is what I would fill out as a creator. Now, the next part is to send this off to somebody to have it be reviewed. And to do that, you're going to go up here and you're going to click on your class period. And that's going to take you to a sheet that has a list of all the partners. It's not partners in the sense that you're going to review somebody's and they're going to review yours. You're going to send yours to somebody to review it, and you are going to be reviewing somebody else's completely. It's not partners. They're not paired up. Let's take a look at this to see what I mean. So this is just an example. This is a hypothetical class that we've got here. So here we've got a really small class. So I would look for my name on the creator list. And then there's the shares with column. So this is where you're going to find the email address you're going to share your document with. In this example, I would be sharing mine with Miss Ansasu. She would be the reviewer for mine. So I'm going to copy that email address. I'm going to go back to my report. I'm going to click on share. And I'm going to add that email. And again, you would be picking yours. I'm going to add them as an editor. And I'm going to make sure that this says notify people. That way, whoever in your class is going to be reviewing your version is going to get an email and they'll be able to actually change it. Now on that end, let's take a look at that example really quickly. So I'm sending my copy out to Miss Ansasu to get reviewed. I'm not reviewing Miss Ansasu's though. In this case, looks like Ringo Starr would be sending his document to me. So I would check my email where I would find a new email that says that somebody has shared a document with you. And I, as a reviewer, I would be looking at somebody else's design. I'm going to fill this part in down here. So there are a few parts to this. The first part is just a rating. So you're gonna give it a rating from 1 to 5, with 5 being the best. So first would be looks. So just, does it look nice? Do the colors kind of fit together? And again, this is just your opinion. So you can be honest here. So we're just assigning a number from 1 to 5. So that's looks. Then we go to usefulness. So usefulness is an interesting question. So we're going to look at the design and say, if this design works perfectly, is it actually useful? And this is the desk organizer. So let's just rate this one for mine. So if I was going to give it a rating for looks, I'd probably say maybe 3. For usefulness, I might give it a 4 because it has an actual purpose to be used for. If it's just decoration, I would probably give it a lower rating. And if it's something that's even more useful than this desk organizer, I'd probably give it a higher rating. And then execution is different from usefulness. Execution is like, well, you said that you have this idea, right? I said that I want this to be a desk organizer. How well does it actually do that in my design? And in this case, it looks like my model has all the features that I described. So if I was reviewing this, I would give that a 5 because it meets what it was supposed to do. Now, if these weren't connected, maybe the holes fall off, maybe there's only one opening for one pen, I might give that a lower rating. If it just doesn't look like it really fit together properly, that's probably you're gonna want to give a lower rating for that. And the next part, we're gonna be completing these sentences. And we want to be honest, and we want to be nice when we're filling these out. So the first sentence is, one part of your design that I really like is, and then you fill in the rest. So you'd look at their design and find whatever part that maybe you think is your favorite. Which feature of it really works or really makes this design? Next is, I was impressed by. And here you might pick out what you think is the most challenging part of this. So if there's something in here and you're thinking, well, I don't know how to do that, well, you can let them know. Pick out whatever feature of it you think is most impressive, because that's what really, when we're redesigning these, we're going to want to hold on to. And the last thing here is, one thing you can change is, and again, we're going to be honest, we're going to be nice, and we're going to share what's something that we would alter about this. So for a design like this, you might say, have fewer pencil holes and make an opening for an eraser. That would be a really solid suggestion, and it's something that you can actually do. One thing you should not do here is say, the whole thing. That's not helpful. It's not constructive. So find something specific that can be altered or added to improve it. So for this assignment, it's a little bit unusual, but you're going to get 5 points for sending this out. So as the creator, you get 5 points for sending this out. And then once it's reviewed, once you get a document that has been sent to you and you review it, then you get an additional 5 points. Now, what do you do if you've sent it out and nobody's sent you one? Well, send me an email or leave a comment on your assignment, and I'll figure out who was supposed to send it to you, and I'll get to the bottom of it. So on that note, you don't have to worry about that too much. Just let me know if Friday comes and goes and you're still waiting for it. So that is the first part of the assignment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second part here. So this is Freestyle CAD number 3. This is the self-assessment and the revision. So the reason why we're doing this review is because you guys are going to redesign your models. So again, we're going to fill this part out here, and this can be exactly the same as what you did for the peer review. You can really just use that again. Then you're going to go ahead and rate yourself. So first question, will it fit in a 6-inch cube? That one's just a yes or no. And then you're going to give yourself a rating. So based on what you had in mind and what you actually made, does it look the way you imagined it? Does it fit together properly? And if I 3D printed it and gave it to you right now, would it be able to do what you wanted it to do? And here you know, this is a skill. You have to be able to be honest with yourself, to look at your work and, you know, give yourself a true rating. Then we're gonna go talk about the process. So you're gonna fill in for your design, the hardest part to make was, the most useful tool or shape was, and so on. And we're gonna use this. We're going to use the peer review that you're going to get as well to go down here, and you're going to redesign your model. So you're going to take all that feedback, figure out what you're going to change, what you can add, what you might need to remove, and what you can improve on. Try to describe in as best you can how you changed your model. So I want to give you guys an example here of two big things that you can do to help you out here. So first is, will it fit in a 6-inch cube? So what you can do in Tinkercad is actually just add a box and make that box 6 inches on each side. And like we've done before, you can take this and you can make it transparent. That way you can use that to double check your size. So if your model fits in that box, then you're good to go. And then once you're done with that, you can just delete that box. So once you've checked the size of your model, we can go back to the Tinkercad dashboard, because we're actually going to make a copy of this model. That way we have the original and we have the modified version. So the way you're going to do that is by clicking on this gear right here, then picking duplicate, and you'll see there's another model and it says copy. So you can just leave that as copy. You can also alter the name of it and just add 2.0 to the end, showing that this is the second version. And from here, you're going to go ahead and, you know, use that, use your self-assessment, use your peer review feedback that you would hopefully have gotten back by now, and you're going to make changes to this. So again, with our 2-week cycle that we have here, the peer review, that's due on Friday. That way, there's time for you to actually get that peer review. Your modifications, those are going to be due next Friday. So you got 2 weeks for the modifications, 1 week to do the peer review. All right, engineers, as always, send me an email if you have any questions about this. Let me know if you have any issues with your peer review or the person that should be sending it to you. And I'm looking forward to seeing what your modifications are. So good luck with the modeling, and I'll see you next time.